looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raiders take over a first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Down.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
They're going to look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The Steelers at 8-6 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down throw for Prescott.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
That's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds Corey Davis.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for
touchdown. George Pickens with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Steelers lead this now 14-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Acrisure Stadium opened back in 2001 and has tormented kickers ever since because it's one of the toughest venues in the league to connect from deep, especially when you're driving towards the open end of the stadium. He had the leg for it, just couldn't get it lined up properly.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On play action, Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll set up to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. First down, Prescott.
Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And again, it's Prescott.
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Here's Prescott.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10.
Prescott now. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He's got Renfro on the out route.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 2nd and 3. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Prescott throw into the hands of Pickens.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 27, Prescott. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Prescott from the gun. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Play action now, Prescott.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Prescott.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Prescott yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's King. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try.
And the Raiders have got him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Going deep here for Parker. And this is taken in at the 5.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man. That's Marshall. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on second down. Prescott for Marshall. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, Prescott. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Dak. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
46.
Now Prescott. And Marshall's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw.
Pass complete. It's Adams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Steelers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it.